This is the Staccato XC versus the Bul Armory Tac Pro 4 1/4. They are both unloaded and safety checked. The Staccato XC comes with a 5-inch island compensated barrel with a stainless frame. Everything, including the barrel, is DLC coated. The Tac Pro 4 1/4 comes with a 4 1/4-inch V8 ported stainless barrel. The frame is stainless steel as well, but the slide and frame are coated with a PVD finish instead of a DLC. They're both optic ready, and they do both come with several plate options for different types of optics. The Bul Armory, however, comes with the one rear iron sight, where the XC comes with a couple different heights for different optic plates. The XC comes with two 17-round mags, and the Tac Pro comes with four 20-round mags. The Staccato XC comes with a toolless guide rod for easy takedown. The Bul Armory, you just need a little tool that they give you or a paper clip to take it down instead of a toolless guide rod. The XC comes in unloaded at 37.56 ounces, and the Tac Pro comes in a little bit less at 32 ounces. The Staccato XC does come with fiber optic sights. The Tac Pro comes with blacked out serrated sights. I just wanted the fiber optic, so I swapped it out with a Dawson Precision. They both have memory bumps on their grip safeties. However, the Staccato has a little bit of a bobbed Beavertail, where the Bul Armory has a full size. The Staccato XC only has one accessory slot, which is best for full-size lights like the Surefire X300, where the Bul Armory has several different slots for several different types of lights and accessories. Moving on down to the trigger. They both have fantastic triggers. The Tac Pro is advertised at a 3 1/4 pound trigger pull, where the Staccato is advertised as a 2.5, so a little bit lighter. They both feel great. The shape of the trigger is a little bit different. The Bul Armory comes with a modular trigger system, which allows you to change the trigger shoe for different curves and lengths. The Staccato XC just comes with the one trigger. I do prefer the shape of the Bul Armory because it is a little flat, where the Staccato is a little more round. This one just feels a little bit better for me. The Bul Armory features a double undercut trigger guard, which allows your grip to get a little bit higher, get a little more leverage when shooting. The Staccato has not really an undercut, it is a little bit thin. Have a little bit of a, I guess you can call that an undercut right over here, but nothing significant. Either way, they do both feel great. I think maybe you can just get a little bit higher on the Bul Armory, but nothing that would cause any problems either way. The Bul Armory does give you a threaded magazine release if you do want to put a different shape paddle on there or just extend it out a little bit, where the Staccato XC just comes with a standard non-threaded version. Moving down to grip texture. They both have great grip texture. The Bul Armory features checkering on the front and back strap, where the Staccato just features this aggressive texture pretty much all around. The Bul Armory, they are different in terms of texture. The Staccato seems to be a little bit more aggressive, but fine, a little bit more fine, where the Staccato seems a little bit coarser, but also less aggressive. I think they both work equally well. I can't really say if I prefer one over the other. I think I prefer, actually, the Bul Armory. I think I prefer that grip a little bit, just because the checkering goes a little bit higher. The checkering goes a little bit higher up to the trigger guard, where the XC is a little bit smoother. I just think I get a little bit better grip on the Bul Armory. Also, moving on to the grip shape. The Bul Armory does have a little bit more of a rounded grip in the front, where the Staccato is a little more squared off. So when I'm holding the Bul Armory, it feels a little more, I guess, like a 1911, where it's rounded over. And when I do hold the XC, it does feel a little bit more like a brick, for lack of a better term. It's just a little bit more squared off. They both are around the same size. You can get used to either. I think I prefer the Bul Armory grip, but both feel fine. They both feature nice flared Magwells, similar in size. Obviously, the Staccato is a little bit more rounded. but they do have slots cut out if you need to rip the magazine out in case of a malfunction. They can both be run without the magwell as well. Both guns do have front and rear cocking serrations. The Bul Armory does have a bit more in the front than the XC does. I do prefer the way the Bul Armories look and feel, but neither one you have an issue racking. Let me just start off by saying if you have either one of these, you're going to like it. They both shoot very well. They're both very reliable. Shooting them side by side, you do notice a little bit of a difference. Obviously, the Bul Armory is a little bit shorter, coming in at 4 1/4, where the Staccato is a 5-inch barrel. So you do get a little bit more weight out front. The reciprocating mass is about the same because they do have, without that compensator, they do have pretty much similar length slides. I would say that the Staccato, just going off of the way it feels, I would say that it shoots about 15% flatter than the Bul Armory. They both have very little muzzle rise with the compensator as well as the porting, but the Staccato XC just is softer, I would say, again, by about 15% than the Bul Armory. The Bul Armory does come with a 2-year warranty. The Staccato comes with a lifetime warranty, assuming that you don't void it. Moving on to value, the Bul Armory, again, comes with 4 magazines and has an MSRP of $24.50. The Staccato comes with 2 magazines and has an MSRP of $4,300. If you want the flattest shooter overall, just flattest and smoothest shooter, the XC would probably be the way to go. If you don't mind sacrificing just a little bit, I would say the Bul Armory is an incredible bang for your buck. With that in mind, you could probably throw a light on the bottom of this Bul Armory and it probably shoots just the same as the XC without a light. Just something to keep in mind, but you can't go wrong with either option.